Oaksy doksy. So the next quest that we're gonna do is not a storyline. We're following the Tenzen, Four Lords, Karayu kind of stuff. The Fifth Lord is the next quest. Let's see what happens. If Genbu left without us, then it can only mean that Korayu's return is imminent. Come, we must rejoin the others at Ryzen Temple. Teleport me, Snake. Fuck you. Oh, put your pants on. Put your pants on. There's the gal that I have started dating recently is into anime, and I have not watched a lot of anime. Like One Punch Man. She includes things like, you know, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I would not necessarily have included those in the anime category because they feel like more like Saturday morning cartoons. But I suppose I don't know what time and day Dragon Ball was on or whatever. But anyway, she gave me The Disastrous Life of Psyche K, which I'm enjoying a lot. The second season has it. Like a lot of words in Japanese that I don't know, and then it sounds like they're literally singing the words "Put your pants on, put your pants on, put your pants." But it could be some Japanese words I don't know. I like to imagine that it is "Put your pants on" because it's as crazy and unique as this show is, to me at least. If there are other animes like it that I am not familiar with, which is a high likelihood because I don't know animes very well. Yeah. I mean, I've also seen a couple of the classic movies. Fuck. The one with Ashitaka, which also might be the same one as the Spirited Away. Is that what it's called? Spirited Away? In college, for whatever reason, we were at some kind of like this chill party at one of my roommate's friends' apartments. That we all had apartments in the same complex. Well, a lot of us did, and a bunch of people got high. I don't think I was in that high group. And we watched Spirited Away, and I believe that's the one with Ashitaka, but they, and in their highness, heard it as Crunchy Taco, so it's Crunchy Taco! Anyway, that's one, and then I think that there was another one I thought, like, Hal's Floating Castle I might have seen? But yeah, so Psyche K, The Promised Neverland, there's another one that I haven't been able to find on a website that isn't just absolute cancer, but it's like something 100. But anyway, I've been enjoying it a lot. I've been enjoying both. I finished The Promised Neverland season 2, which I think is all there is. And Psyche K, I'm on season 2. She mentioned a guitar riff in an opening song, and then you just hear Psyche, the Japanese voice actor of Psyche, be like in a complete monotone, which is complete opposite of the whatever guitar riff and song. Hey, I'm Psyche. Like, anyway. You are, as ever, a welcome sight, Mercy, says Genbu, with the snake right next to him. And you, Sarayu? Forgive me, Genbu, I have been a great fool. As have we all many times before, and doubtless will be again. Nevertheless, forgive me. Here's Tataru. The wards are at their limit. You've got to come right away. Then it is well that Sarayu has returned to the fold, for now we four lords may bring our united powers to bear against our foe. Your part in this is finished, my friends. Now you must go. Should we fail in this endeavor, then the temple, nay, the whole of the Ruby Sea may be consumed by Korayu's wrathful fires. Don't be stupid. We came to see this through to the end, and we'll do just that. That's the Scion way, right, Mercy? Yeah. Fist pump, pound, boom. Fist pump, pound, boom. Genbu turns to her, then to me. If that is your will, so be it. Join us, then, and stand as witness to our deeds this day, which will determine the fate of all that we hold dear. Cutscene pans up, goes black. The beautiful cave ceiling with like the little blue lights everywhere, blue like, yeah, patches. Scraggly blue patches. Everybody is in their like final Aramitama form somehow, even though we defeated the Aramitama, but whatever. Genbu is big again. Hold nothing in reserve. Summon all your strength. Only then can we hope to triumph over our mad brother. Bum, bum, bum. He glows green with energy. Byakuya white. The phoenix red and the snake blue. I can't remember their names right now. Sorayu's the snake and... I can't remember the phoenix. All of their energies coalesce around this Kurayu, and they kind of form all of their colors in this swirling sphere together. It worked! I can feel it. The wards are mended, strengthened, says Sorbonne. But then this brilliant fire kills the ropes, just destroys them, and this blinding yellow-black light, wavy light emanates from this theoretic, like, it looks like a stone statue. And the four lords and myself, and Sorbonne, and probably Tataru, are in the sky, or in this realm of just, like, clouds, and there is a fire demon horse thing. Scaly, though. Sorayu is the snake, so no. Even now, after everything we have endured, everything that has made us stronger, how can we fail? The horse rears. All shall burn! And from its, like, horns, I guess, that it has, it shoots fire. Genbu puts up a shield. And it's holding for now. And then it doesn't. And Genbu is knocked on his back. And turned to nothing. To ether. Genbu? Genbu? Says Tataru. Sorbonne shakes his head. I look stunned and then angry. The scaly fire horse rears back, or its head, calling to the skies. 'Twill be impossible for us three alone to bind him, but we can hold him at bay for a time. Flee this place, says Byakuya in his final form, with like the tiger head as one right arm and like the humanoid buff form, all white and wavy hair. And we will not is one option, or maybe you cannot bind him, but together we can defeat him. Maybe you cannot bind him, but together we can defeat him. You run forward to the giant horse. Fool, a hero you may be, but Kurayu is an opponent none can defeat, says Byakuya again. We still stand before him. You! I killed you once before, samurai. I will kill you again! It's like a dragon horse. That actually makes a lot of sense. That's what the scales, like a dragon horse. Body of horse, scales of dragon, horns of dragon, fire breath, fire aura. Which this aura is like erupting from him, getting larger and bathing everyone in a sphere of fire and darkness. And then his screen goes black. And then a bright light. And we're all okay. Kurayu is gone for now. Suzaku says, Tenzen? And we do see Tenzen in his normal form with his katana held in the air aflame, ablaze. Karayu roars. A dragon horse. Tenzen looks to us and gives a little smile. We nod. He holds up his flaming sword. We hold forth our palm, and we glow together, fire and light all together. We shoot towards Karayu, and these swirls of light and fire surround him in a sphere. Brother, sister, now is our chance to restore the wards, says Bayako. How? Even in his weakened state, without Genbu, we do not stand a chance, says Seryu. Corbin walks forward, because he has been given some power here. Sorban, come away from there before you get hurt, says Tataru. If I do not act, then our lives are forfeit anyway, ours and everyone else in the Ruby Sea. Nothing yet. Sorban starts to do his, like, hands together, back and forth, like, shoulders up. It starts to glow a blue energy. What is he doing? Says Sarayu. And as Sorban does this, a bright, whitish-greenish light comes down. This is the ritual he performed incorrectly before, when he summoned a great tortoise kami into his body. I see it now. He offers himself to Genbu. I can feel his presence returning, but if Sorban does this, then his own soul will be, says Suzaku. I would rather you not say it aloud. Sorry, this is choking me up again. Otherwise I might have second thoughts. Believe me, I know the consequences and I accept them. Farewell, my friends, and please look after Tamamizu. Fuck, man. This shit chokes me up, dude. I'm a fucking softie. Sorban, says Tataru. And this light, greenish white light, shines bright, and this floating little turtle comes in front of him, the little Genbu. Worry not, Sorban. We will not let it be for nothing, says Genbu, who keeps doing his back and forth arm thing. And we once again have big Genbu, who holds up his staff. Green light energy shines from him. White from Bayako. Red fire from, God damn it, Suzaku. And blue energy from Sarayu. God damn. And Karayu now has all of these lights. Burn! Burn! All shall burn! Perhaps one day, many thousands of years from now, but not this day. Be gone, says Genbu. And a brilliant white flash fills our screen. And the thick ropes and the stone visage, or stone in capsule that is holding Karayu, held him before for 1,000 or more years, is holding him again. Little motes, little shining motes of white light are everywhere around us. And then they're gone. And the sparkling ghost of Tenzen stands before us up on the stairs, looking proud of all of his friends. Smiles with his whole face and then winks out of existence. He didn't actually wink, like he no longer exists, turns into ether, as all the bosses and all the frickin' dungeons and trials do, in raids and blah blah blah. All we want to do is loot the corpses of these bosses and make a shit ton of money from them, but we can't. Pop out a red mage. I want to get some experience points for that. Talk to Genbu. Cutscene again. I wish there was some voice acting in at least one of these scenes. Karayu shall not threaten us for many millennia yet. Let us rejoice in this hard-won victory, nearly lost were it not for your courage and strength, Mercy. But Sorban... Tragic though his sacrifice was, it was not in vain. Let us not mourn his death, but honor his memory. She's trying not to cry, as am I. Death? Memory? What in the world are you on about? Sorban yet lives. Let me guess, in our hearts or some such? Honestly, if you're going to try and comfort us, you could at least do better than offer trite cliches. Humph, I am simply making a statement of fact, but I see words alone will not serve to communicate my point. The little turtle poofs, and is Sorban. In all the normal Sorbanness that he has been. Huh? But I should be... Huh? I do not understand. The ritual the Kojin performed, when one summons the soul of an immensely powerful entity into one's own body, it is understood, nay, expected that the summoner's soul is extinguished in the process. That is true. When the summoned entity's soul is of surpassing strength relative to one's own, Sorban's, however, has grown remarkably robust owing to his immense training and his prolonged exposure to the magics of the Tamate Bako of geomancy. His soul now eclipses mine in spiritual potency, which is why it holds fast to this vessel, and so, when the enchantment fades ere long, mine will depart and fade as before. This is Genbu speaking through Sorban. And just when we're getting used to having you around again, says Tataru. Korayu's aim was true, as you saw, and in my final moments I was filled with regrets, but no longer. With my remaining time, I will attend to my affairs and train dear Sorban to succeed me as the next Genbu. Sorban thinks at this. Wait, me? The next Genbu? The four lords are ever needed. You have both the strength of will and the character to succeed our elder brother. Would you all not agree? Says Suzaku. I think he more than proved himself when he stood his ground against Korayu. Still, it should be a unanimous decision, Bayako. As you say, he faced certain death without hesitation and embraced sacrifice for the sake of others. I should be glad to welcome him to our fellowship. If that is how you all feel, then I am certainly in no position to refuse. I will do my best to live up to your expectations. Give an ilm and they'll take a malm, I swear, says Tataru. Everybody laughs. Cutscene goes dark. Probably gonna be in another one though, because it hasn't ended. Yeah. Do not think I have forgotten our bargain, little urchin. Great feats demand consummate rewards, and we are auspicers of our word. It's about time. Did you hear that, Mercy? It's treasure time. She's hopping around excited. While we see to the preparations, perhaps you could spare a moment for my dearest comrades. With our troubles at an end, we may be parting ways soon, and so this might be the last opportunity you have to speak with them for quite some time. Alright. What you got? What you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk? So Suzaku's first, because it's closest. She's closest. Worry not for Sorban. We will guide him in his journey and help him to reach his true potential, as Tenzen once guided us. I had long since given up on ever seeing him again, and then he was there, shining paragon of strength and virtue, a memory made manifest. But if he had been more than that, I would have told him, this body I once cursed, I have come to cherish. This I owe to him and his love. I think he already knows. Somehow I doubt there's a need. I'm gonna go with I think he already knows. Oh, well, that would be wonderful if true. For all his virtues, he could be remarkably oblivious at times. But though he taught me to love and accept myself, it was you who helped me to remember, and helped me to smile again. For that, Mercy, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Please come and visit us in the future. I can't mountain here. Sarayu. At first I thought he was a figment of my imagination, but he was real enough. How or why I do not know. I know not, but a possibility springs to mind. When Tenzen was mortally wounded by Korayu, he used the last of his strength to seal him within the sacred crystal. The original wards were born of his flesh, his very essence, an act of desperation, I once believed, but now I wonder, was it in preparation for this very day? But even if it had been part of an elaborate plan to preserve his soul as a final defense, his strength alone would have never sufficed. I was close enough. Nay, he needed another warrior possessed of tremendous potential, like himself, one blessed with a singular power to whom he could bequeath his own. He knew another would come, you see, another hero the likes of which the world so rarely sees. Thousands and thousands of years ago he foresaw your coming. Bah! Clever bastard, putting me to shame with his strength and wisdom both, and still he denies me my rematch. But at least I still have you, Mercy. Live long, for I am not finished with you yet. We will fight again, and I will win. Without turning to the Aramitama, you may be assured. I was gonna say, bitch, you won't win, but that seems rather disrespectful to this Serpent Lord, so until next we fight, or meet, or whatever. Bayako. With Korayu imprisoned once more, my comrades and I are free to watch over these lands as before, as is our duty. And when the wards falter once more, we shall again gather our strength and beat back our mad brother's assault, together with noble Soroban, a worthy successor to the fallen Genbu. For now, however, we may enjoy a welcome respite, a peace we owe as much to you as anyone else, I should think. I see many battles ahead of you, for like Tenzen, you are not one to rest on your laurels. This much is plain. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. Ah, but I ramble. Do not deny it. When one has lived as long as I, it is all too easy to lose track of time. Go. Should ever you crave the company of we curious beasts, you will find us here. And now back to Soroban. Soroban. Come and claim your reward, honored friends. The screen goes dark. We hear a lot of coin and stuff being flashed around. And there indeed is, and Tatara is shocked, but there's like this mound of gold on the floor and some chests with gold bars. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. More than enough to make up for 1,000 of Alphino's reckless purchases. A fitting reward for saviors of the Ruby Sea. Oh, that was Genbu's voice, sorry. To be honest, I was half expecting another terrible joke, but you really followed through. Getting this home is going to be no easy task. Like, there's 3 big boxes of gold stacked with gold bars. There's also more gold bars and then the pile of gold coins, or like ovular coins. But if transportation is a concern, that's fine. If transportation is a concern, we would be happy to deliver it to a destination of your choosing. I can't remember again, but all of a sudden. Really? Just like that? In that case, the Ruby Bazaar in Kugane, if it's no trouble, that is. None whatsoever. Every member of the collective should be glad to lend a hand. Cutscene goes dark. All the gold and stuff is gone. And with that, I take my leave. So, Soroban, will you really stay here and not return to Tamamizu? Well, I did agree to become the next Genbu. For the duration of his training, I would have him remain here. It will be a long, hard road, believe you me, and I intend to spend my remaining years guiding him. All 500 or so, holy fuck. And there you have it. I hope I can impose upon you to deliver Bunch in the news. She tapped her chest a couple times. I nod. Wait, 500 years? As in, you will be here for another 5 centuries? I thought you said the enchantment would fade ere long. These things are relative, and what's with that tone of yours anyway? You should be honored to be the beneficiary of my sage tutelage, foolish turtle. You're a turtle too, an old, tiny, crabby ghost turtle. Get out of my head. This is gonna be fun for him. There's something a little frightening about watching them fight with themselves. Ugh. And indeed, the fight back and forth goes on without us hearing anything. Maybe we should leave them alone for a while. You nod to Tataru, and the two of you walk off. Thank you for everything, Mercy. Tataru, safe travels. Oh, he didn't call her Urchin Girl. Tataru notices, and all the four lords are laughing. She's smiling. You're smiling too. I thought Little Urchin Girl was a fun little thing that kept happening, and it was. And then there was a point in time when it was no longer necessary. Teleport to Tamamizu, Mizu, to teleport to Tamamizu, Mizu. Alright. How America says you all. Oh, gross. I don't want to hear yins. Fucking stupid Pittsburgh dumb shit. Sorry. I never heard a single person use yins in a sentence while in Pittsburgh for 6 months. And yet somehow it's still... Anyway, we're back at Bunchen. I have sensed you have reasons other than the usual for this particular visit. Might it have something to do with Sorbonne? You explain. I beg your pardon. Sorbonne is to become the next Genbu. I will not feign understanding. However, this extraordinary state of affairs came about is utterly beyond my ken. I guess the way I pronounced it the first time would have had a comma after it. So yeah, my bad. As unbelievable as I yet find it, though, I have no doubt that you speak true. Sorbonne's had an incredible string of bad luck, succumbing to the Aramitama, becoming a giant tortoise, and now this. On the other hand, he could have refused and instead agreed to take on this responsibility. So, we may as well support him, don't you think? He nods. Indeed, though it pains me to imagine Tamamizu without our Sorbonne, it fills me with pride to know that a Kojin of the Blue has been granted this great honor. We shall pray for him, that he may rise to the occasion and serve as a benevolent guardian to all who call the Ruby Sea home. Thank you for helping him to find his true calling, my friends. Oh, no, the pleasure was all ours, and the profit. I am not sure I take your meaning, but I appreciate the sentiment. But if I might ask a final favor, would you be so kind as to look in on him from time to time, just to see that he's getting on all right? Of course. It's not every day you make friends with a secret collective of talking animals. After all, even if Sorbonne hadn't decided to remain at Ryzen Temple, I wouldn't have wanted to stay away. You can be sure I'll head there from time to time. You're welcome to join me when I do, of course, says Tataru. I'm trying to make her voice less, like, high-pitched because, I mean, the game has a voice actress that is less high-pitched, so... The fifth lord is now complete. I did write it down, okay. And this entire quest chain is complete. It has been a pleasure. It's been really fun. I'm glad that I did it. And I hope you do too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.